Hello and welcome to another Will It Forge Watching Paint Dry stream. Glad to be back and have friends here again. Sorry about the last couple of weeks. I had some issues with Potato Clock, as we know. 2 weeks ago, I had the catastrophic operating system corruption issue. I got this issue with Windows Update. Wants to update, but Windows lacks a driver for one of the devices in my laptop, and they don't tell me which one. So it hits a glitch right there and crashes the update and rolls back. Well, I guess enough times rolling forward, rolling back, and it kind of lost its mind. Not dissimilar to me. So, when that happened, I had to kind of do a little bit of emergency work to say, help, I need, help, I need somebody. Had to do with getting some hard drives, external hard drives for some backup and restore processes, as well as upgrading my data capacity for completed streams and assembled videos, which is also going to actually help me with getting back into doing more of those too, if everything works right. But that took me down, and one of the drives that I ordered to help with that process ended up being corrupted. Well, bad. As in, I couldn't even repartition and reformat it the way that I wanted to. Hello to my world. Running into that, I was able to do some magic with a hard drive I had before while I was waiting for my new big drive to arrive, which I have set up as far as partitioning and formatting, but I do not yet have it all the data processed over to it yet. That's going to be just a little bit extra process for me to get that ready. And then life's going to get real interesting when I have that all in place, because I'm going to have a lot of room to work with, a lot of ability to move stuff back and forth, and all of that. And I'm just really looking forward to that. Then, as I was getting ready to stream last week, I was invited on to a supplemental Jack Gunsky stream, which is always fun if you can cope with the fact that there's a bunch of depraved reprobates on that channel at times. And was trying to fix a problem I was having, unplugged my microphone, and something in the plug connection broke. So my good microphone suddenly is completely non-functional. Thankfully, the headset that I've got, the most recent one, does have a good enough mic, at least for voiceover. I don't know how it's going to do for singing. You folks may be in for some hard times. But that kind of brings us up to date to today, where we're ready to do some painting and get back into things. And I'm glad to see folks here, and I hope we continue to have fun. I got myself 2 nipped out cats, a couple of mugs of coffee, soft drinks, hard drinks, light camera action. I'm pretty sure I am ready. So let's pick up with where we are. Well, as soon as I can find my mouse. Live TV, ladies and gentlemen, live TV. But I do have the there it is. I do have the chats up. I can see comments. I can respond to them. We do have tunes. I didn't lose any of that. I don't think I lost any files, but we'll find out later on that. So this is where we left off our picture last time. And so we're going to pick up, and I'm just kind of gonna play the way it feels for the pieces to do. I got a lot to do. It's gonna be more than this stream for certain, but I think I probably got a couple of hours in me, 2-3 hours, and I'm hoping you got some of that time for me too. And that's enough of my sometimes silky smooth vocal tones as far as talking. Gonna get a few of my brushes lined up, grab the next set of paints, and we are going to get some tunes going. Just need some of my trusty fine detail brushes. So we got, let's see, we got our 2-0, we got our 3-0, we got our 1, and I know if I take a moment here to search, I'm going to have that really sneaky 5-0 in here too. I think I found it. Yep. Our 5-0. And that should cover us for a lot of different detail work. Now, last time I was working from a different set. I think last time I was working from both of these sets. So we're going to start out with these. I have got several different sets of paints that I'm hoping to try with different sets of techniques and everything, and we'll kind of see what we get. Can't promise they'll all be in this stream. In fact, I can probably promise they won't all be in this stream, but we'll get to them one time or another. With that said, we're going to start the music with some straight, no chaser. Please let me know if there are problems with too loud, too soft. I have had to reconfigure some of my audio, and I just don't know exactly how it's gonna come out.
I didn't do it.
evening, everyone. Please welcome to the stage Atlantic Records recording artist Straight No Chaser. Hold you down back, just keep your eyes on me. I said you're holding back. She said, and dance with me. This woman is my destiny. She said, ooh, shut up and dance with me. We were victims of, I came up physical kryptonite. Help us to the base and the fading. Oh, we were bound to get together, bound to get together. She took my arm, I don't know how it happened. We took the floor, she said, oh, don't you dare look back, just keep your eyes on me. I said you're holding back. She said, shut up and dance with me. This woman is my destiny. She said, ooh, shut up and dance with me. I'm back in this dress and some beat-up six. My discotheque, Juliet, teenage dream. I felt it in my chest as she looked at me. I knew we were bound to be together, bound to be together. She took my arms, I don't know how it happened. We took the floor, she said, don't you dare look back, just keep your eyes on me. I said you're holding back. She said, shut up and dance with me. This woman is my destiny. She said, ooh, shut up and dance with me. Deep in her eyes, I think I see the future. I realize this is my last chance. She took my arm, I don't know how it happened. We hit the floor, she said, don't you dare look back, just keep your eyes on me. I said you're holding back. She said, and dance with me. This woman is my destiny. She said, ooh, shut up and dance. Don't you dare look back, just keep your eyes on me. I said you're holding back. She said, shut up and dance with me. This woman is my destiny. She said, ooh, shut up and dance with me. Shut up and dance with me. Yeah, shut up and dance with me. Oh, shut up and dance with me.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, one of the best songs from the 19.
Sorry about the slight gap in there. I had forgotten to shill the stream out, and wanted to take the opportunity to, especially since I can go out to the two discords that I'm in for that, the Lords of the Night and the 2 Cents Nation. And Will It Forge now has a Twitter. That's right, I got a non-political Twitter. And so I get to shill my streams on Twitter too. And that is at will_it_forge for any of you on Twitter. I'm not planning on being very political there, not super active, though I follow some people and make comment there. It's primarily for the art streams and the game streams and shilling my own stuff, but we'll see what happens. I mean, life is life, right?
60s, one of the quintessential hits, written and performed by Ben E. King. Here is Stand By Me.
When the night has come and the land is dark and the moon is the only light we see. No, I won't be afraid. No, I won't be afraid. Just as long as you stand by me. So darling, darling, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Oh, stand by me, baby. crumble and fall, and the mountains should crumble into the sea. I won't cry, no, I won't shed a tear, just as long as you stand by me. So darling, darling, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Oh, stand by me, baby. Stand by me. So darling, darling, stand by me. Oh, won't you stand by me? Oh, I want you to stand. Come on, stand by me. Whenever you're in trouble, won't you stand by me? Oh, I want you to stand. Stand by me. Come on and stand. Stand by me, baby. Stand by me. Stand by me. Oh, I want you to stand. Stand by me. Come on and stand. Stand by me, baby. Stand by me. Whoa. Stand by me. Whoa. Stand by me. Come on, baby. Stand by me, baby. Stand by me.
And that's me being not very thinking forward in it. One of you out there knows, not widely known out there. This is a little bit of a tougher weekend for me. Today is Mrs. Forge's birthday, and some of you know Mrs. Forge is no longer with us. So it's a little bit harder for me. And then she really loved that song. So I didn't think about that beforehand. And, well, I'm glad I've got my streams. I got my friends. I got people who care. I know one of you, maybe more, would be here if needed. And I appreciate that, too. But I want to get on the stream. Got to enjoy the fact that both Panthers are napping nicely, peacefully quiet, not being a bother. Wazowski's sitting by the sliders giving me the side eye like, Dad, I am not a bother. That's what you get with cats, right?
Call the police, the fireman too high. They drive you all the time, man. Say my name, you know who I am, too high. And I'm done, money break it down. Girls hitch hallelujah, girls hitch hallelujah, girls hitch hallelujah. 'Cause Uptown Funk gon' give it to you. 'Cause Uptown Funk gon' give it to you. 'Cause Uptown Funk gon' give it to you. Saturday night in the spot, don't believe it, just watch. Don't believe me, just watch. Stop! Wait a minute! Then my cousin put some too hot. Call the police and the fireman. Make a drink and water inside. Too hot. Say my name, you know who I am. Too hot. And I'm glad about that. Girls, it's hot. Girls, it's hot. Girls, it's hot. Cause Uptown won't go give it to you. Cause Uptown won't go give it to you. Cause Uptown won't go give it to you. Let me just watch. Don't believe me, just watch. Don't believe me, just watch. Yeah, don't believe me, just watch.
Sorry, Corey. Thanks for the scotch, appreciate it. That was nice. That was nice. All right, as we said, we're moving on to the last 2 decades. We combined the last 2 decades, the 90s and the 2000s together. The reason why we do that is because we can't keep you from the bar and the casino for much longer at this point. Such a great decade, the 90s for us, and in Straight No Chaser, that was our birth. We all met back in 1996 at Indiana University, sang for the first time. That's right. That's why we wore the red ties, the Hoosiers. We were there for 3 years and graduated around the year 2000, went our separate ways. And thanks to Al Gore for inventing the internet, we uploaded a video on YouTube. Actually, Randy did that, one of the guys in the group, and the video 12 Days of Christmas went viral. In 2007, we were signed to a record deal with Epic Records. So yeah. So that's the Straight No Chaser history of the past 20 years. We'd now like to give you the music history of the last 20 years. The way we're going to do that is we got the Straight No Chaser jukebox over there that DR's leaning on. We're all going to pick a few songs, some of our favorite from the past 2 decades. So DR, why don't you start it off?
Oh man, everybody loves this 90s classic. Here we go. If it was a problem, yo, I'll solve it. Check out the hook while my DJ revolves. Yo, let's get at it. Where's your butler?
I got one.
I would walk 500 miles and I would walk 500 more just to be the man to walk 1,000 miles and fall down at the shore. La, 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 don't go chasing waterfalls. I know that you're gonna have it your way or nothing at all, but I think you're moving too fast. Give me one reason to stay here, and I'll turn my back around. Every single time, give me one reason to stay here, and I'll turn my back around. Every single time, 'cause I don't wanna leave you lonely. You gotta make me change my mind.
Yo, I'm definitely not afraid to admit, when my friends weren't around, I used to rock out to this one in my car.
My loneliness is killing me, and I must confess, I still believe. When I'm not with you, I lose my mind. Give me a sign, hit me, baby, one more time.
My baby don't mess around because she loves me so, and this I know for sure.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And of course, I have to be careful where I'm sticking my arms and hands because, especially working with blue paints, I get blue all over me and on places of the board that I don't want it. So that's one of the downsides of the way that I do this and why the show involves watching paint dry, because I have to be careful to make sure it's dry where I'm working. Or I'll paint myself and everything I don't mean to. Having a little fun with the blue tones, the astral, the Prussian blue. We still don't need no stinking color wheels, but sometimes it's fun to know what color you're actually using, even if people would say, "Don't use it there." And are you folks really coming here because I'm that good at painting and picking colors, or because I'm different and it's fun to listen to the soothing sounds of my voice, and because you're friends of mine? I'm voting on the friends of mine as much as anything else. Had some strange background noises going on, and it wasn't the cats, so I am not sure. Pretty sure the Willett Forge studio is not haunted, aside from just the two Black Panthers that keep me company. And they can be haunting enough. Also trying to keep the area that I'm actually painting on the screen so you can enjoy the whole process and not just what shows up at the moment.
My name is Randy, and I'm from Chicago, where you're either a Cubs fan or a Sox fan. And out near New York, you might be either a Yankees fan or this season a Yankees fan. But in the 60s, during the British invasion, there were two bands that stood out above all the rest, except we couldn't just pick one of them.
Help, I need somebody, help, not just anybody. You know I need someone, yeah. Help, I need somebody, help, not just anybody. You know I need someone, yeah. When I was younger, so much younger than today, I never needed anybody's help in any way. But now these days are gone, I'm not so self-assured. Now I find a change of mind and open up the door. Help me if you can, I'm feeling down, and I do appreciate you being around. Help me get my feet back on the ground. Won't you please help me, you. I can't get no satisfaction. I can't get no satisfaction, 'cause I try
And I try, and I try, and I try. I can't get no. I can't get no. I can't get no satisfaction. Your beast of burden. My heart was broke, but it's a hurting. And all I want is for you to make love to me. All you need is love, love. There are places I remember all my life. Though some have changed, some forever, not for better. Some have gone and some remain. All these places have their moments with lovers and friends. I still can recall some are dead and some are living. In my life, I've loved them all. You can't always get what you want. You can't always get what you want. When I find myself in times of trouble, Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. In my hour of darkness, she is standing right in front of me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be.
So for those of you who've wondered, when I bring this other brush in here, it's definitely not painting anything. At least I'm going to assume some of you have wondered. One of the downsides, of course, to having a pair of cats is the influx of cat hair that settles on things, and similar strands of lint from them and their play, and trying to minimize the amount of that in the actual picture for several reasons. One of those being it's really easy for that to be a bridge for carrying moisture and paint outside the area that I'm working on. And so we just want to make sure that I get some of that stuff off, and that's when I grab that other brush to try and brush some of that away and give me a good clean workspace. In the middle of a project, check in later. All right, Data Wasteland, thanks for stopping by too. Look forward to seeing you later if I'm still streaming. We all know how important those projects are. I got a couple of them going on, including this picture right here. There's one in the laser right now too that I need to finish off. It's a photo burn that somebody's planning on paying me for if I can get it finished, and it's been put on hold for a couple of weeks because of issues with Potato Clock. Since we're working well enough for streaming and everything, I think I'm ready to open that project back up and get that done. And we got to take a look at where we are in the music. Well, we we are done with that short playlist, so going to switch over a little bit to my remote friend Peter Hollins, who I really like his singing and his projects, as I'm sure we've mentioned. I do shill him pretty much every stream. And he's been kind enough to let me do the use his music in my streams. And links to his stuff is in the description, as always. I'm going to have to expand out as we go along, but yeah, life goes on too.
I am a question to the world, not an answer to be heard, or a moment that's held in your arms. What do you think you'd ever say? I won't listen anyway. You don't know me, and I'll never be what you want me to be. Understand, I'm a boy, no, I'm a man. You can take me and throw me away. And how can you learn what's never shown? Yeah, you stand here on your own. They don't know me, 'cause I'm not here. And I want a moment to be real. Wanna touch things I don't feel. Wanna hold on and feel I belong. And how can the world want me to change? They're the ones that stay the same. They don't know me, 'cause I'm not here. And you see the things they never see. All you wanted, I can be. Now you know me, and I'm not afraid. And I wanna tell you who I am. Can you help me be a man? They can't break me as long as I know who I am. And I want a moment to be real. Wanna touch things I don't feel. Wanna hold on and feel I belong. And how can the world want me to change? They're the ones that stay the same. They can't see me, but I'm still here. They can't tell me who to be, 'cause I'm not what they see. Yeah, the world is just sleeping while I keep on dreaming for me. While I keep on dreaming on. And the words are just whispers and lies that I'll never believe. And I want a moment to be real. Wanna touch things I don't feel. Wanna hold on and feel I belong. And how can they say I never change? They're the ones that stay the same. I'm the one now, 'cause I'm still here. I'm the one, 'cause I'm still here. I'm still here.
Hey Hollins family, if you liked this video, you are in luck because I just released my own Disney album. You have 28 songs, links for that down below. And this video is actually co-sponsored by Skillshare. I am so excited this.
And sometime after I have all my other projects in hand and saved up for things like replacing Potato Clock and everything, I'm going to buy a number of his albums because I'm not making things up about really enjoying his, really enjoying his work. Don't know if you can hear it. I got noise coming from outside the apartment today. Always a risk when you're recording studios in your living room. But we're not on the really good mics. I don't know how much is picking up for you folks. One of these days I may try to fake soundproof that wall and see what that gets me for noise. I recognize that voice. That's I did a couple of pieces just for fun for a couple of neighborhood children, more simple coloring pages on wood, and that voice right there belongs to a girl whose favorite animal is a tiger.
Skillshare reached out to me. Skillshare is giving away a free
And that's one that Sony likes to claim, even though they don't own the performance. They just, I think they indirectly own Skyrim or something. I think it's Sony that likes to claim that one. Switch from the Prussian blue to the cobalt blue. I promise you the starting with the blues today is not a reflection on my mood specifically. It was just when I was looking at the picture itself, blue was the direction I wanted to go initially. I have some intentions with the blues and the purples, and then some of the really bright reds, yellows, and oranges. The one spoiler I will give is I've been thinking about these more flowing designs that kind of look like stems and swirls coming off versus the leaves and stuff. And I've been thinking, because I've got a palette of simply pearlescent paints, and I've been thinking that maybe with the dragon itself being in the metallics, having those pieces in the pearlescence, but I've not decided that for sure yet. But that gives you an idea of the direction I'm thinking for those, at least for now.
Are you coming to the tree? They strung up a man, they say, who murdered 3. Strange things have happened here, no stranger would it be if we met at midnight in the hanging tree. Are you coming to the tree, or a dead man called out for his love to flee? Strange things that happen here, no stranger would it be if we met at midnight in the hanging tree. Are you coming to the tree where I told you to run so we'd both be free? Strange things have happened here, no stranger would it be if we met at midnight in the hanging tree. Are you coming to the tree or a necklace of hope side by side with me? Strange things have happened here, no stranger would it be if we met at midnight in the hanging tree. Are you coming to the tree where I told you to run so we'd both be free? Strange things did happen here, no stranger would it be if we met at midnight in the hanging tree. Are you coming to the tree? They strung up a man, they say who murdered 3. Strange things that happened here, no stranger would it be if we met at midnight in the hanging tree. Are you coming to the tree where a dead man called out for his love to flee? Strange things that happened here, no stranger would it be if we met at midnight in the hanging tree. come to talk with you again. Because a vision softly creeping left its seeds while I was sleeping, and the vision that was planted in my brain still remains within the sound of silence. In restless dreams I walked alone, narrow streets of cobblestone, neath the halo of a street lamp. I turned my collar to the cold and damp, when my eyes were stabbed by the flash of a neon light that split the night and touched the sound of silence. And in the naked light I saw 10,000 people, maybe more, people talking without speaking, people hearing without listening, people writing songs that voices never shared. No one dared disturb the sound of silence. Fool said I, you do not know, silence like a cancer grows. Hear my words that I might teach you, take my arms that I might reach you, but my words like silent raindrops fell and echoed in the wells of silence. And the people bowed and prayed to the neon god they made, and the sign flashed out its warning in the words that it was for me. And the sign said the words of the prophets are written on the subway walls and tenement halls, and whispered in the sounds.
Now, if you're a fan of games and parody songs and everything, you want to take and search YouTube for The Sound of Science. It's a Portal parody of The Sound of Silence. It's got the Portal guns singing about testing and the sound of science and everything like that. It's a really fun piece. And you know, when I find stuff that I find interesting or enjoyable, I tend to share it all with you. Only I don't play some of those directly because hello claims. Let's see. Where was I in the picture? There I was in the picture. I think we're going to go with really small here.
I'm not a stranger to the dark. Hide away, they say, 'cause we don't want your broken parts. I've learned to be ashamed of all my scars. Run away, they say, no one will love you as you are. But I won't let them break me down to dust. I know that there's a place for us, for we are glorious. When the sharpest words want to cut me down, I'm gonna send a flood, gonna drown them out. I am brave, I am bruised, I am who I'm meant to be. This This is me. Look out, 'cause here I come. And I'm marching on to the beat I drum. I'm not scared to be seen. I make no apologies. This is me. Another round of bullets hits my skin. We'll fire away, 'cause today I won't let the shame sink in. We are bursting through the barricades and reaching for the sun. Yeah, that's what we've become. I won't let them break me down to dust. I know that there's a place for us. For we are glorious. When the sharpest words wanna cut me down, I'm gonna send a flood, gonna drown them out. I am brave, I am bruised, I am who I'm meant to be. This is me. Look out, 'cause here I come. And I'm marching on to the beat I drum. I'm not scared to be seen. I make no apologies. This is me. This is me. And I know that I deserve your love. 'Cause there's nothing I look worthy of. When the sharpest words wanna cut me down, I'm gonna send a flood, gonna drown them out. This is brave, this is bruised, this is who I'm meant to be. This is me. Look out, 'cause here I come. Marching on, marching on. I make no apologies. This is me. This is me.
Hey, welcome to the chat, Kyler. Sorry to hear that you're not feeling so well. But if water's starting to stay down, that's a step in the right direction. Tummy troubles are always a pain, no puns or anything intended. Of all of the illnesses and sicknesses I've experienced, stuff that messes with the guts is about the most unpleasant stuff I have ever had to deal with. I don't wish that kind of trouble on my worst enemy. Not that they return the favor, but hey, what can you do? You can only account for yourself, not for what other people say or do, right? Now that said, next soup of some sort. Yeah, if you're going for that, you want something that's light and gentle. Toast and saltines are a good thing to add too if you've been having issues with your guts, because they've got the bland and some electrolytes. I go through those bad gut spells, and it's like, well, it's bad for a day or for a few hours, and then Iron Gut is back. Give me triple baconator with jalapenos, and everything seems fine and dandy again. So I'm hoping you have a quick recovery and a quick rebound. Hoping to see you streaming tomorrow if health and work allows. The rest of those spots are kind of tiny, so we're going to step down a brush or two. So far, we've been rocking the blues today with the Astral, the Prussian blue, and now we're in the cobalt blue. Next, I got the ultramarine and then the violet. And then I'll bounce to some other tones, unless I get tired of blue before that. It's supposed to work tomorrow, so you'll see. Yeah, that's when you're like, boss, I'm still too sick to work today. I gotta have one more day. Let me know how I'm doing on the volume and everything. I did do some sound checks before, but I'm not working on my main microphone. I've got to send pictures to Blue about what exactly is broken on it so they can do their warranty evaluations. Between Blue and Assurance, I should have like another 4 years of warranty on this microphone that I've got, the good one. But I tried for Assurance and they said, well, the manufacturer's warranty is still good on that, so you gotta deal with them first. Okay. I know, gotta follow the rules, gotta follow the order of importance and responsibility on that. But it took a week to get a response from Blue, and then they're like, send us pictures. I'll send them pictures, I might send them video, we'll see what I get a good run on for them. Say, see, here's the problem it's having. That problem being, I can't plug it in. That's in the saga of Potato Clock that I explained in the beginning, which is why I've been off from streaming the last 2 weeks, and why I'm using an alternative microphone, and why I am so glad to be back. Well, part of why I'm so glad to be back. And we're making some good progress, and I got at least another hour in me, I'm pretty sure. I'm gonna make the most of this, right? For the record, I still have most of my coffee. Good half my soft drink, good half my hard drink, and the felines are still in full drugged out nap pose, so everything's working right for the moment.
Fire, fire, dragonfire, searing words and ancient tire. Wake, wake from the grave, rise to set the world aflame. Night, night, endless night, terror is the only light. Pain, pain, rage untamed, darkness dwells in age-old blade. Love and just a frurai, ocul ferma, ferma,
Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed the video.
So the other thing on my agenda for today is after the stream is done, I have to go online and order some self-defense rounds for Mama Forge's handgun. She's been wanting to stock up a little bit more on those, and don't let the experienced lady exterior fool you. This woman will drop you dead if you attack her. She's really not a violent person, but she's got her gun and she takes it seriously, and let me just say, I wouldn't want to be on the bad end of it. I seen the woman shoot. We're not talking Annie Oakley, but if she's aiming at you, she will hit you. She may not hit exactly where she wanted to, but it's gonna be close enough. It's a serious discouragement to the process right there. And I'm gonna make sure that she's stocked up on stuff that's gonna do the absolute maximum damage to you without increasing the risk to people beyond. Okay, what's the next spot to get the Ultramarine? Let's see. I'll figure this out.
Carry on my wayward.
I love how it takes a moment to catch up.
There'll be peace when you are done. Lay your weary head to rest. Don't you cry no more. Once I rose above the noise and confusion, just to get a glimpse beyond this illusion. I was soaring ever higher, but I flew too high. Though my eyes could see, I still was a blind man. Though my mind could think, I still was a madman. I hear the voices when I'm dreaming. I can hear them say, carry on my wayward son. There'll be peace when
Oh, Kansas dropped a new album? Ah, that's interesting to hear. I might have to check that out. As most of you know by now, I'm a bit eclectic in my tastes, so a new album from Kansas may or may not strike my fancy. And for all the crazy little tiny in this, we are making some good progress on this. And all the different blues are kind of showing up on the screen okay. The nice thing about having kind of a side display actually watching the stream boosts my numbers too, although that's a cheat I wasn't specifically going for. I'm not aiming to be the booster of my own engagement by watching myself. I want my engagement boosted because people are watching and liking what I'm doing. I don't know why they do that. I don't have enough ego to push that notion as far as deserved, but, you know, I'm not going to complain if people do. Let's see. I just saw a spot that I wanted. That's what I want to do right here with the ultramarine. What's our next? I'll need to do some, pick a couple new songs. I'm gonna go for some more that I know are going to get me claimed, although I'll get most of those claims cleared because the only claims that I don't contest are claims from groups that are directly representing Peter Howlands. Actually, I will contest those claims sometimes, but if they leave them, I'll leave the music on there and still leave it up. I'll contest Disney claims, and if Disney pushes back, I'll either mute the music or let them have it, because I'm not making any music here. There's no paid promotional going on this channel except for paid by me to myself for the stuff I'm pushing. Speaking of stuff I'm pushing, one of the things I'm thinking of doing is I'm thinking of when I finish this picture and get it sealed up so it's protected against like moisture and everything, I may opt to put this one up for sale. Either auction or something like Mercari, and see what I can make on it to go towards replacing Potato Clock and other similar equipment upgrades. We'll wait and see. But I'm not getting the money through YouTube, so I'm not getting any ads or advertiser revenue and everything like that. So if people with reasonable claims and arguable claims to the content really want to push on it, I'm not going to fight them. I'll leave it up and let them take it because I'm not getting anything, or mute the music along the way. Some of the tracks from that Kansas album are on YouTube. I'm definitely going to have to take a look at that then.
When I am down and oh my soul so weary, when troubles come and my heart burden be, then I am still and wait here in the silence until you come and sit a while with me. You raise more than I can be. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulders. You raise me up to more than I can be. You raise me up to more than I can be.
Once I got that piece painted in, I realized I wanted to do this arc too, so that so the little piece there doesn't look quite so odd compared to the dragon next to it. I have a few things needing a little bit of touch up, and that happens when you're working with big drops of paint. And even the mediocre headset mic picks up some of the air conditioning. But it's kind of warm out there. I wouldn't want to be without the cool air blowing on me. It gets hot. And if I mute the microphone to take a drink and everything, then kick it back in, you get the double blast on that. Let's see now. I want... I don't want that. I'm taking and doing these outlines to kind of these leafy flower things in the blue tones, and then the inside is going to get brighter colors. Because that's what we do here. We mix up the colors all day long. And we say, color wheel? We don't need no stinking color wheel. Next track, which is the song.
In the quiet, misty morning, when the moon has gone to bed, when the sparrows stop their singing, and the sky is clear and red, when the summer ceased its gleaming, when the corn is past its prime, when adventure's lost its meaning, I'll be homeward bound in time. Bind me not to the pasture, chain me not to the plow. Set me free to find my calling, and I'll return to you somehow. If you find it's me you're missing, if you're hoping I'll return to your thoughts, I'll soon be listening, and in the road I'll stop and turn. Then the wind will set me racing as my journey nears its end, and the path I'll be retracing as I'm homeward bound again. Bind me not to the pasture, chain me not to the plow. Set me free to find my calling, and I'll return to you somehow. Bind me not to the pasture, chain me not to the plow. Set me free to find my calling, and I'll return to you somehow. In the quiet, misty morning, when the moon has gone to bed, when the sparrows stop their singing, and the sky is clear and red, when the summer ceased its gleaming, when the corn is past its prime, when adventure's lost its meaning, I'll be homeward bound.
Ma chère mademoiselle, it is with deepest pride and greatest pleasure that we welcome you tonight. And now we invite you to relax as the dining room proudly presents the sidekicks.
Look for the bare necessities, the simple bare necessities. Forget about your worries and your strife. I mean the bare necessities, or Mother Nature's recipes that bring the bare necessities alive.
Hakuna Matata. What a wonderful phrase.
Hakuna Matata. Ain't no passing craze.
It means no worries for the rest of your days.
It's a problem-free philosophy. Hakuna Matata.
You got a friend in me. You got a friend in me. You got troubles and I got them too. There isn't anything I wouldn't do for you. We stick together, then we'll see it through. Yeah. You got a friend in me. You got a friend in me.
Hey, what has two thumbs and pulled up the sky? When you were waddling yay high, this guy. When the nights got cold, who stole you fire from down below? You're looking at him, yo. So what can I say except you're welcome? For the islands I pulled from the sea. There's no need to pray, it's okay. You're welcome. I guess it's just my way of being me. You're welcome. You're welcome. And thank you.
Bees will buzz, kids will blow dandelion fuzz, and I'll be doing whatever snow does in summer. A drink in my hand, my snow up against the burning sand, probably getting gorgeously tanned in summer. I'll finally see a summer breeze blow away a winter storm, and find out what happens to solid water when it gets warm. Oh, the skies will be blue, and you guys will be there too. When I finally do what frozen things do in summer, I'm gonna tell them,
don't you dare. In summer,
Mr. Aladdin, sir,
what'll your pleasure be?
let me take your order and jot it down. You ain't never had a friend like me. Can your friends do this?
I've been impaled.
Can your friends do that? Can your friends pull this?
Snake in my book.
Out there, little can your friends go?
Let's go, boys.
That feels something happening.
What can I say, but you're welcome. Hakuna Matata.
Necessity, the life will come to you.
You ain't never had a friend like me.
Thank you guys so much for watching this video. It was such a pleasure to work with Brian Hall on this. He is the best impressionist on YouTube. You'll have to check out his stuff.
And yes, Brian Hall's an amazing impressionist, especially for Disney stuff. He's gone to the Disney parks and then done impressions of the characters by the characters. That's a fun video to watch. And as far as I know, I'm not Scottish. I do have the English/Scottish beard. English/Scottish beard. When I let it grow in. But they have got some amazing music, especially the folk music. And the stuff that's classic to their culture. And yes, I do like bagpipes, so sue me. I am going to have to do some looking to find some classic bagpipe music on CD, because it's one of the things I lost in the fire. And I do miss it sometimes. Now, these are going on pretty dark, but this is a violet that may, like the blues, lighten up a bit when it dries into the wood. It's when it's more concentrated that the pigment looks darker on these. Outside is evil, too hot out there. Yeah, it is. Oh, it is brutal outside. I went out long enough to get my mail and said, okay, I'm done outside for today. But I do end up with some kind of some warm with the drapes open and the natural spectrum light bulb next to me for making sure I have a good view. And there, I just messed this up. I'm gonna have to touch that up later. Because rule number 1 of touch-up is don't do it when the other color is still wet. Let's see. Just popped over to the store to get some chicken soup. It is brutal out there. I believe you. I could deal with going to the store for 1 or 2 small things, but I ain't desperate enough for anything to go out there right now. I'm not desperate for anything right now. Just, oh, hey, I could do this, I could do that, but niet. None. 9999. Yeah, thoughts of going outside is right now it's kind of like those the response you get from a German lady who doesn't want to say no when you ask for her phone number, so she just gives you a fake one. 999 999 9999. I said in the past to some of my friends, I'm like the king of no. I don't have it down pat like I used to. I used to be able to say no in like 20 different languages. I probably still can because there's so many of them where it's just no. Let's see. You know what? I think I've reached the point where I want to take a step away from the blue. And I want to show you this because that's... at these pigments really good. So I've gone through this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one. So let's get some brightness. Let's get some brightness in there. Let's see. And chicken soup may be a good thing for that ailing stomach, as long as it's not like too heavy in the fats or, you know, like not too greasy. So go kind of light on that, light on the sodium, heavy on the chicken broth, because chicken broth is really soothing for that. So good luck on the chicken soup, being friendly to the guts. It's a good step for recovery. Need to pick another piece of music. Let's see. Let's come back to a little bit of Straight No Chaser. Well, we'll throw that one in there too, because I don't think I caught that earlier. Let's see. And I got lots of Christmas music in there too. I don't play any of that in July. Ooh, Temptations. Sitcoms. I'm going to go ahead and throw some in here that are going to be claimed because I can mute them later. And let me tell you, folks, go check out Straight No Chaser. They have got an amazing collection of music, their own twists on songs. It is just... It is something else. I got one or two more Peter Howlands in this one because they're in the other directory with fun stuff I have from Straight No Chaser because I haven't reorganized stuff yet. Okay, and action.
Christmas time.
Creepy stalker hiding in the shadows makes girls sing using lots of vibrato. Is he there to hurt her or be her vocal teacher? And why does it only happen late at night? How did this ever seem alright?
Memory, this show causes me agony, not to mention my allergies from these cats all around. Yes, it's misery, men and women dressed up as cats. This is memories would fade away. 525,000 choirs have sung this. 525,000 versions were bad. Everyone in rent was dying or homeless. Thanks to the writer, we all left sad. I need a
We gotta get off these drugs.
I need a
Come here close, I need a hug.
seasons of love. This song will be stuck in your head. That's your Valentine. Tomorrow it'll be stuck. Annoying. This song is annoying. We're singing it anyway. We're at war. Another day across our country. Instead of fighting, we just dance and sing. I don't think that helps anyone, but obviously it's way more fun. We're at war. Did you see the new movie? Who was in charge of casting? Everyone can sing. Why did they choose Russell Crowe? Why did they think he could sing? Seriously, he was awful. He should never sing again. Monotone. Auto-tune can't save you now. Did they not think we would care? The music builds, the end is near. We're at war. This revolution, 'cause our military sucks. We don't have any. Now, Junior, you already what has ever learned to use a gun. We'll lose this war, but we'll be sure to nail this choreography. For Broadway, one day more.
Everything you're about to hear is made by the human voice and mouth. And some claps. Yeah.
Some nights I stay up, cashing in my bad luck. Some nights I call it a draw. Some nights I wish that my lips could build a castle. Some nights I wish they'd just fall off. But I still wake up and I see your ghost. Oh Lord, I'm still not sure what I stand for. Oh, what do I stand for? What do I stand for? Most nights I don't know anymore. This is war. What are we waiting for? Why don't we break the rules already? I was never one to believe the hype. Save that for the black and white. I try twice as hard and I'm half as right. But here they come again to deck my style. That's alright. I found a motto in my bed tonight. She stops my bones from wondering just who I am, who I am, who I am. I'm scared you'll forget me again. Some nights I always win, but I still wake up after seeing your ghost. Oh Lord, I'm still not sure what I stand for. What do I stand for? What do I stand for? I don't know.
So this is it. I sold my soul for this. Washed my hands of that for this. I miss my mom and dad for this. No. When I see stars, that's all they are. When
When I hear songs, they sound like a song. So come on. Well, that is it, guys. That is all. I've been seeing and I'm bored again. 10 years of this, I'm not sure if anybody understands. This one is not for the folks at home. Sorry to leave, mama had to go. Who the hell wants to die alone? I'll try to fear the desert sun. Breaking for my sister, the calm that she called love. But then I look into my nephew's eyes, then you wouldn't believe the most amazing things that can come from some terrible lies. The other night you wouldn't believe a dream I just had about you and me. I caught you up but we both agreed it's for the best you didn't listen. It's for the best we get our distance. Oh, it's for the best you didn't listen. For the best we get our distance.
Yeah, definitely one case where name brand is better. Campbell's Chicken Soup is a lot better, especially if your guts are in rebellion, than all of the off-brand options. Because they got a decent balance of a good recipe, real chicken, those noodles, and a broth that's got some real broth in it and not too heavy on the fats. Yeah, it's got that good for what it's ever good. I swear, folks, I can talk. Good for whatever's ailing you. Then going for it. Yeah, I stream, I talk, I work, I get paid to type and talk and look into things, and boy, I tell you, sometimes I can do neither. Bringing in some of this bright color here. Let's see, which one is this? 1, 2, 3, 5, 1, 2, 3. Okay, this is called Brilliant Red. And it does stand out nicely, that's for certain. Get the Bon Jovi going.
Okay, I'm going to see your Bruce Springsteen one last time and raise you one. A John Bon Jovi. I need some help singing though, it's been a long run.
It's all the same. Only the need for change every day. It seems we're wasting away. Another place where the feast is not so cold. I travel all night just to get back home. 'Cause I'm cowboy on a steel horse I ride, and I'm wanted. we gotta hold on to what we got. It doesn't make a difference if we make it or not. We got each other, and that's a lot for love. Come on, sing with me. We'll give it a shot. Oh, we're halfway there. Oh, living on a prayer. Take my hands and we'll make it, I swear. Oh, living on a prayer. Living on a prayer. Shout to love, and you're too late. Darling, you give love badly, badly. You play my chord and you play your game. You give love badly, badly. You give love. We gotta hold on, ready or not. You live for the fight, that's all that you got. Oh, we're halfway there. Oh, living on a prayer. Take my hands and we'll make it, I swear. Oh, living on a prayer. Living on a prayer.
Sure, fine, huh? Almost as good. Can't say that I've had them. Yeah, sounds like they're a pretty rare thing going on now, so. You know, before I continue, I need to make a quick pit stop. I'm going to go ahead and throw the next tune or two in, and I'll be back as quick as I can.
So earlier this afternoon at our sound check, we had the pleasure and opportunity to listen to a group of very young, very finely dressed men who sing a cappella in Cherry Hill, New Jersey. And they're singing like 6 feet from the PA system on each side. Can you guys still hear by now? Okay, all right, let us know how we're doing. They sounded great. Well, I gotta ask a question before we go on to our next song. Do we have any country fans in the audience? What about the lovely and talented Miss Taylor Swift, guys? Well, we're not going to sing any of Taylor Swift's music tonight. I just wanted to see who else bought the Fearless album besides myself. You bought it twice, right? That's a moot point. We're going to forget about that. Charlie, why don't you take it away, man, on this country song?
You know I like chicken fried. Cold beer on Friday night. A pair of jeans that fit just right. And the radio. Well, I was raised underneath the shade of Georgia pine. That's home, you know. Sweet tea, pecan pie, homemade wine, where the peaches grow. And my house is not much to talk about, but it's filled with love that's grown in the southern ground, and a little bit of chicken fried, a cold beer on Friday night, a pair of jeans that fit just right, and the radio. I've seen sunrise, seen love in a woman's eyes, the touch of a precious child, and no mother's love. Well, it's funny how it's little things in life that mean most. Not where you live, or what you drive, or the price tag on your clothes. There's no dollar sign on a piece of mind, as I've come to know. So if you agree, have a drink with me, raise your glasses to a little bit of chicken fried. A cold beer on Friday night, a pair of jeans that fit just right, and the radio. I've seen sunrise, seen love in a woman's eyes, feel the touch of a precious child, and no mother's love. Thank God for my life, and for the stars and stripes, may freedom forever fly. Let it ring, salute the ones who died, and those who gave their lives, so we
just right. And the radio, oh, you know like a chicken fry. Come on. Cold beer on Friday night. There it just right. And you know like a chicken fry. One more chance. Cold beer on Friday night. There it just right.
Whatever happened to predictability? The milkman, the paperboy, and evening TV. Everywhere you look, there's a heart I hang on to. Everywhere you look, there's a place, somebody who loves you. Everywhere you look, when you're lost out there and you're all alone, the light is waiting to carry you home. Everywhere you look, everywhere you look, zooming about, out, out. Ba-da-ba-bum-dum-bum-dum-bum-dum-bum.
Let me tell you this story about a man named Jed. Born about a near man and kept his family fed. And then one day he was shooting at some food. From the ground came a bubbling crude. Oh, that is black gold. Texas tea. Well, next thing you know, old Jed's a millionaire. Skin folks said, Jed, move away from there. They said, California is the place you ought to be. Short County, boom, Beverly Hills, that is. Swimming pools, movie stars. Bum 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 bum.
Show me that smile, yeah. Don't waste another minute on your crying. We know we're near the end. The best is ready to begin. As long as we got each other, we got the world spinning right in our heads, baby, you and me. We gotta be the luckiest dreamers and never to dream it. As long as we keep on living, we can take anything that comes our way. Rain or shine, all the time. We got each other, sharing the laughter and love. Sometimes the world looks perfect, nothing to rearrange. Sometimes you just get a feeling like you need some kind of change. No matter what the odds are this time, nothing's gonna stand away. There's pain in my heart that a long lost friend gives every dark street a light at the end. Standing tall. My life is my dreams. Nothing's gonna stop me now. Spider-Man, Spider-Man, friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. Is he strong? Listen, bud, he's got a radioactive bud. Hey there goes Spider-Man. Spider-Man, Spider-Man, does whatever a spider can. Shooby-doo, let it groove. Find him and on to put on just with flair. There goes the Spider-Man. In the heat of night, at the scene of the crime, with the speed of light, he arrives just in time. Spider-Man, Spider-Man, Spider-Man's master plan, build his own little spider clan. In the woods, now that troops fighting for special interest groups. Look out, wherever there's a bang, you'll find a great big hang. You'll find a Spider-Man.
One, two, 1, 2, 3.
I
Two, one, two, three.
Dum 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 move it dum 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 move it dum 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 move it dum. Whoa whoa whoa. I will love you, darling. So come down with me, come on with me, baby. Honestly, I need you, darling. So come down with me. Whoa whoa whoa. Yes, I need you. Yes, I really need you. Please say you'll never leave me. Yes, I need you. Yes, I really need you.
Never give me a chance.
Come, 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 come into my hotel, me, baby. We will never part. I need you, darling. So come down with me. Whoa, 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 whoa. You don't remember me, but I remember you. 'Twas not so long ago. You broke my heart into tears on my pillow, pain in my heart caused by you. Love is not a gadget. Love is not a toy. When you find the one you love, she'll fill your heart with joy. And we can start anew. I wouldn't hesitate. I'd gladly take you back. Tempt the hands of fate. Tears on my pillow. Pain in my heart caused by you. Oh, oh yes, I'm the great pretender. Pretending that I'm doing well. My need is such, I pretend too much. Only but no one can tell. To real is this feeling of make believe. To real is to feel what my heart can't conceal. I'm pretending that you're still around.
So Kyler, considering that I'm not on a good microphone right now, how's my sound been for most of this stream that you've seen? Kind of curious because I try to get a good balance just listening to recordings of it, and I know it's not up to the standards of my Blue Yeti. My break earlier brought to you by the background music. And today's colors brought to you by the letter B for blind and C for colorblind. That's B for blind and C for colorblind, and the number 13. I don't know why 13 just sounded good to me.
Well, since my baby left me, I found a new place to dwell. It's down at the end of Lonely Street and Heartbreak Hotel. I've been so lonely, I've been so lonely, I could die. Although it's always crowded, you still can find some room for broken-hearted lovers to cry among the gloom. Now, baby, I've been so lonely, baby, I've been so lonely, I've been so lonely, I could die.
Thanks for the feedback.
You ain't nothing but a hound dog, crying all the time. You ain't nothing but a hound dog, crying all the time. Well, you ain't never caught a rabbit, you ain't no friend of mine. I said you was high class, well, that's just a lie. Yeah, I said you was high class, well, that's just a lie. Well, you ain't never caught a rabbit, ain't no friend of mine. Don't be cruel to a heart that's true. Now, baby, you made you mad. Something I might have said. Please forgive my past. Future looks bright ahead. Don't be cruel to a heart that's true. I don't want no other love. Baby, it's to you I'm thinking. Just wanna be your teddy bear.
Yeah, the snap when I mute and unmute, that's your hard switch.
When you make me cry, you say you're gonna leave. You know it's like a that'll be the day when I die. Oh, that'll be the day when you say goodbye. Yeah, that'll be the day when you make me cry. You say you're gonna leave. You know it's like a that'll be the day when I die. Oh, that'll be the day when I die.
Funny thing is, the mic is built into the headset, this backup mic I'm using. I got the headset for the sound quality because I usually have the audio back to me through the headset into my through the audio port on my Blue Yeti, which gives me that metering thing too, where I can hear myself as I'm broadcasting, which is really nice. But I didn't put any thought into the microphone for it, other than the need for it to either be removable or able to flip out of the way without being prone to breaking. Because that's something I've had with headsets where you bend the mic out of the way and then you bend it back to use it and everything, and you end up with it breaking at the and at those bend points, even if it's supposed to be flexible. Well, this one, it actually has a hinge pivot where it folds right back against the left earpiece, and seems to be working pretty well for this. Although I don't want to be stuck with it long term, because I really like positioning can be tricky sometimes, but I like my Yeti. I like the better sound, the better audio control on it, and have the metering where I can hear myself more directly as I'm talking and singing. But as a backup mic, it is apparently doing far better than I hoped it would, even when I got it. In part because I wasn't really thinking much about the microphone quality.
When you bless my soul, what's wrong with me? I meet you like a man on a fuzzy tree. Come and say I'm acting wild as a bug. I'm in love. I'm all shook up. Oh, yeah. Now please don't ask me what's on my mind. I'm a little messed up, but feeling fine. When I meet a girl that I know best, oh, my heart beats so it scares me to death. And I touch my hand. You like her lips are like a volcano inside. I'm proud to say that she's my buttercup. I'm in love. I'm all shook up. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm all shook up. Oh, when the sun beats down, just a top on the roof. And your shoes get so hot, you wish your tired feet were fireproof. Walked through the body at the county jail. Crazy man was there and they began to wail. Joint was jumping and the joint began to swing. Heard her in the night down jailbird sing. Under the boardwalk, down by the sea, yeah. On a blanket with my baby, that's where I'll be. Under the boardwalk, boardwalk, dance to the jailhouse rock. Under the boardwalk, boardwalk, dance to the jailhouse rock. Under the boardwalk, 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 jailhouse rock. Now wait a minute. I feel it feels so good to me. How y'all doing? Time to put some soul in this place. You know you make me wanna throw my hands up, throw my heels up, throw my hair back. Come on now, show me get to say you will. Show me get to say yeah. Say you will. Say it with now, baby. Say you will. Come on. Say you will. Say that you will. Come on. A little bit softer now. 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 Woo. As far as I go, that's a bad niece. A little bit louder now. 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 Hey, 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 hey. Now shout. Now shout. Now shout. Now shout. Come on and shout now. 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 Shout.
Almost heaven, West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountains, Shenandoah River. Life is old there, older than the trees, younger than the mountains, blowing like the breeze. Country roads take me home to the place
Take me home, country roads. All my memories gather round her. Miner's lady, stranger to blue water. Dark and dusty, painted on the sky. Misty taste of moonshine, teardrops in my eye. Country roads, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, mountain mama, take me home. Country roads, I hear her voice in the morning. Now she calls me. The radio reminds me of my home far away. And driving down the road, I get a feeling that I should have been home yesterday. Yesterday, country roads, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, mountain mama, take me home. Country roads, take me home. Country roads, take me home. Country
Fun little tidbit about that one is they recorded it with him dressed up as a vault dweller, and a Fallout theme on it because of Fallout, I think it's 76 being set in West Virginia and everything. So the music video for that is pretty fun too. I'd recommend, if you enjoy the song or if you enjoy Fallout 76 or any Fallout really, go give the song a listen to on the actual music video, Peter Howland's Take Me Home Country Roads, because that's a fun watch there. It's a nice listen to if you like the song. It's a fun watch if you like Fallout, if you like the song. So all these shills, not for me. And hit the end of another playlist. No complaints with your HyperX. Cool. I've got the Be Excellent thing with the blue LEDs. The LEDs are kind of superfluous. You have to plug it into USB to give them power, and the USB is only for power to the LEDs. So I guess it's really the point of the blue LEDs is if you're gaming with your face on stream, kind of a cool effect. It's kind of pointless otherwise. But for the actual sound that I'm getting back when I play it, and then the sound I've been able to record talking into it, it's been pretty good for that. Though I prefer, like I said, I prefer my Blue Yeti, and I'll be really happy when I can get that fixed up a little bit. Let's see. Yeah, the Yeti does get a little bit crisper sound. It's cleaner. I've got a nice pop filter for it too. Well, there is if you do search for a video by Bearing, he does a video on how to get rad sound or radder sound, and he recommends a condenser mic, and he uses a Yeti himself, and that's what convinced me to go ahead and get the Blue Yeti myself. And if you're recording for videos, if you're recording voiceovers and everything, his simple instructions give you much better sounds than you get just by recording directly and then patching it into your video. He's mess with compressor and noise reduction and everything, and that's where all my scripted audio goes through those extra steps to give them better sound. And I've got lots to learn, but I've been learning, and I'm happy to keep learning because y'all are stuck with me doing this a while, as long as I stay around a while. None of us is promised tomorrow, but if I've got tomorrow, there's going to be stuff going on. And now that I've got Potato Clock, Potato Clock back apparently on track, and I've got a microphone that'll work for some voiceovers and stuff, and especially if I'm using Audacity to clean it up, is going to give me some much radder sound for some videos. I'm going to try and finish up a couple that I have. Got a little bit of time off this next week too, in part because of today and the expectation that I will or may lose my mind. And it's my agreement I have with my boss and myself. If I'm expecting to lose my mind, I try and plan my time off around it instead of having it affect my work. But I've got some stuff recorded and some video to work with. I'm going to see if I can't pull off posting something either to this channel or finish off the one I've been sitting on and stuff forever, the Telltale Heart. Then if I get that one up, I can start looking for another story, either a creepypasta or another moderately short public domain suspense horror kind of thing, because my Creepy Forge channel is more than just creepypastas. It's that whole conglomerate of creepypastas and other suspenseful, frightening, sometimes humorous stories, like the surprise baby shark finish on the one. That is still one of my favorite stories, and I gotta tell you. And I've been getting a little too lazy. I need to step back up to the mic and put some effort into stuff. I say lazy, but I've been coming out of work and periodic weather things in a lot of pain and really wiped out, and that does take a lot out of me. But I should do something that I enjoy, and that sometimes takes my mind off of things, right? Well, thank you, Primal Gamer. I have a lot of fun with the colors. Welcome to the show. My basic thing with the colors and everything, it's nice to know what color I'm working with, but color wheel, we don't need no stinking color wheel around here. We're just gonna take what we're working with, what looks good, and kind of play them off each other, and what looks good to me. Sometimes I see patterns in the overall picture and I bring them out with the colors. Other times I contrast one part of the pattern against each other to give some. I go for a striking result that looks good to me. And apparently other people enjoy it too, which is kind of nice for me. Other things we do here is the chat, and of course I get some music going, and you catch me singing along. You just got to put up with that. Or you can kind of monitor if you like the colors and like the show, but you don't like the music, you can mute me and play something you like in the background. I'm not picky. I'm not even offended. Give me thumbs down, tell me I suck. My day job's in customer service. I don't take a lot personally anymore. Let's throw some straight no chaser and seal into the mix. interesting little tidbit of trivia. The color I'm working right now, this particular shade of red, if you see a food or candy out there that is this shade of red and it's natural colors, it is actually an extract from beetles. I know, sounds disgusting. It's perfectly safe, but it's where they get the carmine red from. Is from specific beetles. Whereas your green dyes in candies are completely artificial chemical composition. Just to go and mess up your food lice for the weekend. You know, Kyler, you really should pick up the occasional singing thing. I mean, doesn't have to be greatly in tune or anything. Works for Monkey. That and his excited burst out yell. You know, that's his claim to fame that he says brings him so many followers. I love that joke. Ah! Oh! Sorry if I blew out your ears on that. I don't actually know how loud that's coming through on the other side. I hate when I get those dots over the other things. And looking at this, I think I've got time to play with one more color before I have to start bringing the stream down, because we know it's a 8:15. Coming up 9 o'clock is Lords of the Night on the Ranting Monkeys channel. And last thing I'm ever interested in trying to do is trying to overstream them, because I lose big time in that competition. But I should be able to take, what should we go with? Yeah, let's do this one. On this bright side, I've been doing steps of 2. Oh. And throwing my brushes around. Is that the brush I wanted for this? Yeah. So Kyler, if you're paying attention, you go ahead and throw. I know you may have to work tomorrow if you're up to it. But throw your channel link and Ranting Monkeys channel link into the chat if you could. If Kyler is not working on Sundays, he does his stream in the afternoons, and it's a fun watch too, especially if you like the games. He plays currently in Civilization. Civ 6? Yeah, Civ 6. And of course, Ranting Monkey does Lords of the Night on his channel 2 nights of the week. They do Satsu 2 cents 2 nights of the week, and Scribe Light 2 nights of the week, Satsu 2 cents 2 nights of the week. Monkey joins Satsu on game streams on 2 cents plus, as well as having his Monkey in the Morning show and his own game streams. Most of those are not exactly family friendly to the extreme. You're going to have some language, definitely going to have politically incorrect thought and commentary. You're also going to see, at least on Lords of the Night and Monkey in the Morning, you're going to get opinion journalism and coverage and commentary on other news pieces, as well as Lords of the Night. They have a nightly question and answer session. They have the best worst birthday singing out there if there's a birthday in the audience. And you can always ask for a request for the birthday song for somebody in your family or friends who's having a birthday, or for yourself. Don't expect harmonic or melodic, but it is it really is a high point, despite the fact that they make every vocal coach and music choir director out there cringe half to death. And the guys are currently in 7 Days to Die Alpha 19 for their playthrough. Potato Clock actually won't do Alpha 19. I mean, it installs and it loads, but the graphics don't render for me. So I'm stuck until I can replace Potato Clock with something better. Yeah, I can appreciate, Kyler, the singing not feeling natural to you. I like to sing, but despite having performed in musicals, in small settings, and in choirs and everything, a lot of the time it just does, it's getting in front of people and singing is kind of intimidating with my different things giving me a lack of self-confidence and the like, but being on the microphone with the computer between us and some background music going on does add to the confidence level and the comfort. And gracious friends who put up with me either way. It's kind of a nice benefit too there. Because the thing that I can sing, I just not always got the confidence to do it. And that growing confidence is one of the things that the streams are about. Working on the confidence, working on the communications. And we're going to, after this picture is done, we are going to try something completely new with the art streams. Because it's going to be a paint that we've used before. It's going to be acrylics and everything. But it's going to be on some, going to try it on some white porcelain tiles. I'm going to try it without putting a pattern or a design on it to begin with. That's right, I am planning on doing some freehand art on the next season of the Paint Dry show. And I'm planning on doing some freehand art badly. And that's just that self-confidence thing speaking out there. No, it's that's buying into the live toad philosophy. Eat a live toad the first thing in the morning and nothing worse will happen to you all day. Well, if the live toad is that I'm going to be rubbish at freehand art, then if I'm rubbish at freehand art, I can't have anybody else taking me down a notch because I've already expected it and counted on it. If they turn out really well, a bonus. The cats must have hit the nip hard this time because they're still zonked out. Well, Boo is kind of in and out. Wazowski's been, I'm going to take an afternoon nap, and I mean an afternoon nap. He's moved like once to change the direction he was facing, and that's it. It was really just a little bit of catnip spray on one of their toys, I promise. I didn't give the cats a huge dose of cat dope. Speaking of cat dope, I was at the pet store buying food for the monsters and encountered in the cat treat section, they had this they're selling catnip rolled into catnip joints. It's hilarious. It's also they charge way too much for it to be practical for me. If I want to do that for the cats, I could buy rolling papers and roll my own a lot cheaper. Well, sorry you got to tap out there, Kyler. You go lay down, get some rest. You get better, whether you're working tomorrow, streaming tomorrow, or still down. You get the time you need, get some rest, and get better, because being sick sucks. Let's see, grab another. Another piece of music.
This is that. Just one. Don't believe me, just one. Hey, 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 how? Do 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 do.
Really happy about the progress we've been making today on this. Of course, next week the stream's going to be a game stream, as long as Potato Clock keeps up with me and doesn't try and die again. That will be continuing the game that I got going in Civilization 5. I've been playing around with Tropico 4 on the side, and after the current Civ game is done, we might do a run with that. using random settings for El Presidente. We'll see. Warning, Tropico is definitely got a lot of stereotypes and non-politically correct stuff in it, which makes it all the more fun. It's the flip side of SimCity. It's where you get to be a dictator on a tropical island and be corrupt and stash away in your Swiss bank account and everything like that, rather than trying to be the perfect, responsible leader. And it's nice to let the bad side out occasionally. I'm trying to be careful, but this is going to need some touch-ups later. Of course, the amount of time that goes into these projects, if I were trying to charge a reasonable market value for them, for the outcome and the how positive people are with the way they look at the end, no one that's interested in them would be able to afford them. It's kind of a catch-22 situation because they're time and labor intensive, and to make that pay is a lot of money. On the other hand, if I threw this on like eBay and for some reason it went viral and people were all crazy going for it, that could replace Potato Clock in one auction. Although I keep pricing out, really spoiling myself instead of stopping at $1,200-$1,500 computer to take over for gaming and video production and streaming and everything, and doing those really heavy builds, like the top end processor, multiple graphics cards, multiple monitors, and it just gets ridiculously expensive fast. And you're like, oh, but it's so pretty. At least I do. I geek out about computers for things like that. I think what we're going to do... I'm going to find one or two more songs, and then when they're done, we'll shut down the painting. We'll close out with one last song, probably. Let's see. I'm definitely going to have to clean up the audio on this because there's going to be a lot of stuff claimed.
that when we choose to do a song, we like to do it in our own way. We like to give it our own Straight No Chaser twist, which is why we named one of our albums, also conveniently located outside the lobby, Straight No Chaser with a Twist. If you're not getting the alcohol references by now, you, ironically, may be drunk, so we're sounding great to you. So what that usually means is we pick a song that we love listening to and we really want to sing. We rehearse it, we arrange it, we choreograph it. Yes, this is choreography that's happening up here. It's not a joke. I don't know what that is. That's not a joke. I'll tell you when it's a joke. No, that we are dancers first, and we just went over this. Man, that was a hit to the ego. Okay, that's fine. We flail about on stage, and then we want to put it up and we want to get it ready for the audience, so we pick the best soloist for it, and that usually means one of the tenors, and that's fine. They're good at, I don't know, lyrics and melody, really tough. But I think it's time we do it differently. Because you know I'm all about that bass. No tenors, I'm all about that bass. No tenors, I'm all about that bass. No tenors, I'm all about that bass.
Bass. Yeah, it's pretty clear. I ain't no tenor too, but I can make you move like I'm supposed to do. 'Cause I got that boom boom that all the girls chase, and all the low notes in all the right places. Sound like a bunch of girls. Come on, I make it stop. If you like bass, then raise them up, 'cause every octave that I sing is perfect, bottom to the top.
My mama, she told me don't worry about those tenor guys.
She said that girls like a low voice to whisper in their ear at night.
So I won't be no pop star, no rock star, but I'll do just fine. So if that's what you're into, then go ahead and waste your time.
Because you know I'm all about that bass, no tenors. I'm all about that bass, no tenors. I'm all about that bass, no tenors. I'm all about that bass, bass.
I'm bringing bass back.
Don't those tenors sound like screeching cats?
You think they're all that?
Every note that I will hit is perfect, bottom to the top.
Yeah, my mama, she told me don't worry about those baritones.
She said they sing the same 3 notes and never get so low.
And I will not bend down to the vocal percussion guy. 'Cause all you need is a bass voice to get you through the night.
Because you know I'm all about that bass, no tenors. I'm all about that bass, no tenors. I'm all about that bass, no tenors. I'm all about that bass, bass.
Because you know I'm
all about that bass, no tenors. I'm all about that bass, no tenors. I'm all about that bass, no tenors. I'm all about that bass, bass.
Winter State. Why is it called the Garden State? Would you tell me? Would you, Jersey? Jersey girl, my little Jersey girl, Jersey girl, my little Jersey girl, little Jersey girl, my little Jersey girl, little Jersey girl, my little Jersey girl.
Okay, and I think with that, we are going to be done painting for the day. I really appreciate you stopping by and enjoying it. We've made a lot of progress on the picture. No, it doesn't always seem like that, but that's just because there's so much detail on this image. It's going to take us a few weeks still, easily, to get completed what we're working on. But every time we fill in more, and that's the name of the game. Well, that and watching the paint dry, which we do with all of the colors that we're adding. You just have to look at the places I'm not painting to see the paint that's drying. I gotta throw just a closing song on there, just because we gotta let the paints dry and clean the brushes now. I appreciate you stopping by, and look for me again next week, as long as everything works with Potato Clock. Do another game stream, Civilization 5 under the theme. Can't we be a little more civilized? And I'm going to grab one that we've done earlier just because yeah, I like the song, and This Is Me.
I'm not a stranger to the dark. Hide away, they say, 'cause we don't want your broken parts. I've learned to be ashamed of all my scars. Run away, they say, no one will love you as you are. But I won't let them break me down to dust. I know that there's a place for us, for we are glorious. When the sharpest words wanna cut me down, I'm gonna send a flood, gonna drown them out. I am brave, I am bruised, I am who I'm meant to be. This is me, look out, 'cause here I come. And I'm marching on to the beat I drum. I'm not scared to be seen, I make no apologies. This is me. Another round of bullets hits my skin. We'll fire away, 'cause today I won't let this shit sink in. We are bursting through the barricades and reaching for the sun. Yeah, that's what we've become. I won't let them break me down to dust. I know that there's a place for us, for we are glorious. When the strongest words wanna cut me down, I'm gonna send a flood, gonna drown them out. I am brave, I am bruised, I am who I'm meant to be. This is me, look out, 'cause here I come. And I'm marching on to the beat I drum. I'm not scared to be seen, I make no apologies. This
This is me. This is me. And I know that I deserve your love. 'Cause there's nothing
When the sharpest words wanna cut me down, I'm gonna send a flood, gonna drown them out. This is brave, this is bruised, this is who I'm meant to be, this is me.
Look out, 'cause here I come. And I'm marching on to the beat I drum. Marching on, scared to be seen. I make no apologies. This is me. This is me.
And thank you again, everybody who stopped by and hung through it, put up with me and all the fun stuff. I've had a really fun stream. I've really enjoyed having you here, and I hope you stop by again in the future as we do the next streams. It makes a big difference having you here, and I count the folks in my audience as my friends. I know a couple of you personally and directly, and others I just know through the computer. Either way, it's a big positive to my day to have you here on the stream with me, and I look forward to the next time we're up for streaming again, which I anticipate being next Saturday, approximately 5 p.m. Eastern Time is the spot I usually run streaming on. And I will see you then. As Monkey would say, this is the song at the end of my show.